In my years as a dragon trainer, I've learned you have to be a bit flexible when it comes to working conditions. Some days are foggy.
What is that?
Fog.
Some days are wet. And some days are, well, scorching.
I gotta say, that's pretty hot.
But no matter what the circumstances, it's the tracking and discovery of any new dragon that I find most exciting. To learn more about my most recent discoveries, select a dragon on the Dragon Tracker map. When I think of our dragons, there are usually a few words that come to mind. Flying, fun, and fire. Lots and lots of fire. So you can imagine our surprise when we discovered a dragon in the most unlikely of places. Frozen solid in a block of ice. Upon closer inspection, is that what I think it is?
I think so.
We realized we had stumbled across a skrill. The Book of Dragons states that this strike-class dragon is highly secretive. According to legend, this elusive dragon was known only to appear during electrical storms, where it could be seen spewing bursts of white fire. It turns out there's a good reason this static, happy dragon was often spotted during storms. The skrill is a master at drawing his power from the clouds and striking powerful lightning blasts at his targets. And that's not all. This is bad. The skrill can also store the lightning in his body for use at a later time. This is worse. So approach a skrill with extreme caution, because if you get too close, be prepared for some shocking effects. Though average in size, this dragon should not be underestimated. Much like a night fury, the skrill is a speedy and stealthy flyer. Catching up to him is one challenge. Keeping track of him is another. See, the skrill has a sleek, dark exterior that makes him extremely difficult to spot in gloomy weather. And to make matters worse, we also discovered that the skrill's lightning blast negated Toothless's plasma blast, a setback we were definitely not used to. Thankfully, with a bit of tricky maneuvering, we finally figured out a way to outsmart the skrill. Though we were able to keep the skrill away from Alvin and the Berserkers this time, I'm not sure this is the last we'll be seeing of this electrifying dragon. As a dragon trainer, there's nothing more thrilling than discovering a new dragon. So you can imagine my excitement when my dad and I came across 3 baby thunder drums right off the coast of Byrk. Like most baby dragons, these little guys were spunky, curious, and playful. Unfortunately, my dad saw them in a different light.
Destructive, loud, and out of control.
And he kinda had a point. They may seem cute and cuddly, but these little guys are full of pure dragon power. See, just like their fellow Thunderdrum, Tornado, these Tidal-class dragons can deliver sonic blasts so powerful, they can overturn everything in their wake. Thankfully, my dad agreed to give us a crack at training them. Which didn't turn out quite the way we hoped. Even agreeing on a name was a challenge.
Bing!
Bam!
And...
Boom.
Oh yeah, I guess that could work. No way.
So, in the hope of restoring order to the village, my dad was left with one choice.
The Thunder Drums have to go.
To banish the little troublemakers to Dragon Island. But Dragon Island isn't all fun and games. It's full of wild and unpredictable dragons, and it can be a rough place for babies. My dad knew the baby Thunderdrums needed a protector. One that was fiercely protective, powerful, and loyal. And he had just the right dragon in mind. I was proud of my dad that day. Though his choice was hard, we all knew it was the right one.
Take care of your new family.
And let me tell you, Bing, Bam, and Boom are the luckiest dragons around to have the great Tornado by their side. In theory, Training small dragons should be easy, but in my experience, I've discovered the smaller the dragon, the bigger the pack. Such was the case with the Sharp class dragon, the Speed Stinger. Though small in stature, these little dragons sure know how to clear a room. Or a whole island, for that matter. It's easy to see where these little fellows get their name. They're fast. Lightning fast. But it's not the speed part of their name that you should fear. It's the whole stinger thing. It takes just one strike of their venomous sting to paralyze you in an instant.
Whoa, that is seriously creepy.
Thankfully, the paralyzing effects are only temporary.
Movement! This is very good!
Like terrible terrors and most other small dragons, speed stingers are efficient scavengers, spending most of their time looking for any food they can find. So if you get between a speed stinger and a food source, prepare for some downtime. These wingless dragons typically move in packs, under the command of a lead stinger.
There he is.
So to control them, you need to neutralize the leader.
Now get him off my island.
Which is exactly how we were able to rid Byrk of these speedy scavengers. As pesky as the speed stingers were, there is one thing they were able to help us out with.
Oh, stop hitting yourself!
Stop hitting yourself! Stop hitting yourself!
Unfortunately, the Snapper Trapper is still relatively unknown and needs to be tracked down. But a dragon with 4 heads? Come on, what could go wrong? Tracking and discovering dragons is always an adventure. Whether we're finding brand new dragons to tame, or trying to train ones we've seen before, every day is more exciting than the last. And with Toothless by my side, I can't wait to see what we'll discover next.